Hello, welcome. Welcome everybody to the Give Me My Points podcast, where we're going to talk about sports and sports betting. I'm here with my host Lockable, and this is the podcast episode 1. We would like you to like, share, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube, wherever you get it from. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe. Also, we have the P3 Picks, Plays, and Parlay Discord we want you to join, where me and Lockable giving out free picks, discussion. We're giving out free picks. For the month of October, we just ended with a 60% hit rate on our picks, each of us for the month, where we fully disclose our record. We show the wins, we show the losses. So it's full transparency. Come in and chat with us. Like I say, that's the P3 Picks, Plays, and Parlay Discord. Come join us. All right, let's get with the show. So, sir, Lockable, what's
What's,
good, my brother?
what's going on, man? How's it going?
Oh man, it's going. Shit, it's Thursday, so we got Thursday night football. We got I think, don't we have a couple of college games tonight too?
Yeah, we got a few college games going on tonight. I mean, nothing really huge. We got UTEP and Rice, Appalachian
Yeah,
and
ain't nobody
Coastal
watching that shit
at all. Everybody's focused on the NFL tonight. So,
but I know, Appalachian State and Coastal Carolina seems like it should be a good game, but I think Coastal Carolina got decimated with the draft, so all they good players are gone. But I mean, ain't nobody gonna watch that shit.
not at
Um,
all.
these Tuesday and Wednesday night MAC games have been freaking crazy, man. Like they just don't give a shit about defense.
Not at all. The thing Tuesday was like, you got one of the worst defenses playing against each other, and you would
Right.
think they'll score a high scoring game. I mean, Buffalo, Ohio, handled their business, but Ball State and Kent State have like one of the worst defenses in the country, and they ended up, a close game, 27-20, and it made no
That's the
sense to me.
shit, man. Stats don't matter, bro. Like they
It
got the
doesn't.
worst defense each, and they still managed to just put up like you said, that paltry amount of points. And it's like, bro, I think the line for that was 61.5 or 62, something like that. And I'm like, bro, they expected it to be like guns are blazing on both ends. They come with a defensive game. It's like,
It
what
should
the
have been.
fuck?
It should have been guns blazing. I even took the over on that as well, seeing that their defenses are horrible. But I guess them pregame pep talks was A1.
Right. We want your best tonight, gentlemen. I know we got a shit defense, but go on and play your heart out.
And them boys went out there and played their damn hard out, and that shit was pissing me off, man.
That's what I'm saying. It happens every time.
College is a coin toss every week.
Yeah, but for the Thursday night game, we got Eagles, Texans, and I mean, you saw it early, but I just saw it that Brandon Cooks is saying, fuck y'all, I ain't playing. I'm about to go fucking ride my slab back to my fucking house because y'all didn't trade me. You left me in this shit show that is the Houston Texans, and now you expect me to play and get my head knocked off? No, thank you.
The thing is, he was expecting them to trade him, and the fact that there was no talks of him getting traded, like they didn't even start the talks of getting him traded. Like his
It's
tweet
insane.
his tweet was just, you could tell he was letting everybody know that he done with the team with that. He done. Texans are
It's
a terrible
insane,
organization.
bro. Like, dude still has some years left, man. I'm like, Green Bay, man, give up off them fucking picks y'all got or something, because y'all need help.
They need receivers, and he's a veteran. He's fast, man. He can get the ball. A-Rod needs somebody to catch his ball because his receivers can't catch nothing. So
yeah, bro, they just been out of sync the whole season. But I mean, like I say, spread is 13.5. I think on some books it's 14. I mean, And as we say, stats don't matter because you would think that Philly's going to come in there and fuck their life up. But at the same time, Texans will backdoor cover the motherfucking spread because they're usually always down in like, fuck it, let's go for 4th and 14, and they wind up getting a damn touchdown because, the other team just want to get out of there.
Right. The Texans have been playing good defensive ball, kind of. The thing about it, they still lose games. Like they played the Titans last week without Tannehill. They lost by 7 points. Derrick Henry kind of abused them on the rushing end with like 200 some yards. But I mean, they played the Raiders, lost by 18. Like
Eesh.
I could see the Eagles covering because last week they blew Pittsburgh out. And they got the momentum right now, and they just gonna go in there act the fool. But I feel like if it gets to a point where the Texans are actually moving the ball, if they could figure out how to move the ball downfield, they should be able to keep that spread close within that 13 points.
That's the only thing because I think Philly's just gonna go down there to try to handle business. Nobody get hurt. We got this little mini bye. Let's do what we need to do and get the fuck out of Houston.
Right, because the Eagles' schedule is not really hard. Like they had the Texans today, Commanders next week, the Colts, and then Packers.
Fucking Colts are a joke.
The Colts are a joke. So the next 3 games should be okay. Unless the Commanders actually come out and play good. I doubt it with the way the Phillies offense is playing, but you never know.
They got a chance if Taylor Heineke or however fuck you say it, if he plays because he can actually find Scary Terry. But when Carson Wentz was there, he didn't fucking throw to him. And that's the thing that really pissed me off about the Commanders is you signed Scary Terry McLaurin to a fucking new contract, big money, and Carson Wentz is like, fuck that guy. And it's like, bruh, that's your fucking that's your ex. That's your number one receiver. Like you should make it a point of emphasis to find that guy. Hell, the running back you had, he got fucking shot in a carjacking. Luckily he was able to bounce back on the Wolverine healing side of the game. So you got weapons, bro, because they had Gibson. They had what the fuck is the other guy there that really has been their leading receiver? I can't think of his name right now.
What's that guy's name? It would be.
Didn't he get traded or I forgot? But they have the weapons, man, and Carson Wentz, bro. How many times are they gonna give that motherfucker a chance, bro?
They're gonna keep giving him a chance because they believe he could actually play. Because when he was with the Eagles, he did okay. Okay,
man. He had one time he was okay, but Nick Foles won the championship.
I was about to say he got injured, and Nick Foles carried the load and beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl that year.
And like I say, bro, like they paying Carson Wentz. Antonio Gibson is the guy. I think it's Gibson, McKissick, and shit.
Robinson Jr.
And Scary Terry. Yeah, Scary Terry. But they keep giving fucking Carson Wentz chance after chance. And I'm like, bro, y'all paying this dude a lot of money for him to be mediocre. Now I know that's off the Philly topic, but shit. Of course, when you get this deep in the season, we're probably at the halfway point.
Yep.
Team undefeated. Everybody starts talking about can they finish the season 17-0 and all that shit. And I'm like,
I don't think so. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't. And it's like, why would you want that added pressure? Of course, you play every week to win the game, of course. But at the same time, football is a physical sport. It takes a toll on your body. Respect your body.
Right.
And you want to mitigate your primetime guys from getting hit. So at the same time, whether it's this record or not, you're going to be like, fuck it, I want my dudes healthy, so I'm not going to play them a full game or I'm going to rest them or whatever. But I think it's going to be an easy dub for Philly tonight, but I don't know about that 14 points, man. That's a lot. And they easily could do it because they got some dudes out there that can, score easily.
AJ Brown being one of them.
Yeah, AJ Brown. You got Smith, who's coming his second year. He's good. I mean, you got Jalen Hurts, who's a dual threat. You got do they still have Boston Scott back there in the running back?
Scott? I
I
actually do
can't
not.
think offhand, but I mean, that's been one thing they've been lacking was an efficient run game. So I think we're gonna see a lot of the run game tonight for them, for the simple fact, like I say,
Oh, Miles Sanders. There we go.
oh, Miles Sanders. Yeah,
Yeah.
Miles Sanders, Boston Scott's still there. He on the roster. I'm looking. So I mean, shit,
Texas
they're
run
gonna
defense
try to
is
get them
not
dudes.
the best. Well, actually, they're not good at all. I mean, you let Derrick Henry. I mean, not knocking his skill or whatever, but I mean, Derrick Henry acted a plumb fool last week. 200 something yards on him. Like, that was crazy. The Texans even allowed that.
Well, I mean, Derrick Henry is the Tennessee plan A, plan B, and plan C is
Yep.
run with motherfucking Derrick Henry because they ain't got shit else going for them.
Right. At all.
But yeah, I think it's an easy dub for Philly, man. They just gonna come in here and take care of business. It's gonna be another shitty Thursday night game to watch.
Thursday
I
night
think
football has not been good. I mean, the Saints Cardinals game was okay, but
it was okay the first half till Andy Dalton just fucking gave the ball away with two fucking pick sixes back to back.
right. I mean, one of them was Callaway's fault, but neither here or there.
Hey man, I mean yeah, I mean yeah, but shit, it's gonna be contributed to him because it's like,
You
fuck
threw the
y'all
ball.
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Amazon has not had any good primetime games because, the Denver Broncos has had a lot of them.
Please don't bring them up, bro. Denver fucking Broncos, dude. Like, I don't need to see another fucking Denver Broncos primetime game or not even primetime game for the rest of this season. Fuck what Russ is cooking. He can try to fucking sell us these Subway sandwiches. Don't nobody want that shit. And you know how I feel about Subway. But his ass definitely don't need to be fucking cooking or making any sandwiches. He's not a fucking sandwich artist or nothing. The dude fucking finesse Denver, and they're gonna
Yep.
have to fucking eat those 250 M's. They're
But
gonna
the
have to
funny
eat that shit.
funny thing is, I think on offense, the only thing they would really need to figure out is the running back because he has receivers. Jerry Judy's he's has a good receiver. Like he has the receivers. It's just, his offensive line could be a little bit better. Don't get me wrong, his offensive line could be a lot better, but he has Sutton, Jude, and Judy. I mean, those are your two big names out there in Denver. The running
But
back
he's
situation.
gonna look for the tight ends before he looks for Judy and Sutton.
And that's really odd because in Seattle, he did not look for tight ends at all. Jimmy Graham was a good person to suffer from that.
Man, because this the thing, bro, with Russ. I've seen this motherfucker this season have running backs and he throws screens and these running backs are getting negative yards. Like,
Right.
bitch in the dirt, man. What the fuck are you doing? You're not a fucking rookie. You a fucking NFL veteran, bro. You know better, but he feel he got to do some Superman shit. Oh, I got to scramble and throw a moonshot or whatever. And that shit been getting picked off. Because let's
Right.
face it, if that defense for the Denver Broncos wasn't as good as they are, Broncos probably will only have one win, maybe no wins, because that defense has kept them in the game each
Yes.
week.
Yes. Yes. Especially against the Chargers and the Raiders.
For real. For
Like
real.
the Chargers should have blown them out in there. DraftKings finessed everybody that night. We're not gonna even speak on that, but their defense has been subpar this year. They've been handling business. It's just the offense can't get downfield, man. Like if they get downfield, they got to kick a field goal because Russ can't get a first down. And the running backs can't get a first down. Like their leading running back, Melvin Gordon, has 263 yards on the season, and we're in
Pitiful.
week 8?
Pitiful.
Like
Yeah, that's
that's
what I'm saying.
terrible.
We're damn near at the halfway point, man. It's pitiful.
Like that's terrible that you only have accumulated 263 yards this season. Derrick Henry did that last week by himself.
I'm saying, man, and like I say, speaking on the Broncos, to me, I'm like they saying I don't understand because don't Seattle got their picks, don't they?
Yeah. Yep.
So you got rid of Bradley Chubb. I guess Chubb was like, man, fuck it, y'all ain't gonna pay me or I don't want to be here. So you trade him to the Dolphins
A good pickup.
for some picks or whatever. But Bradley Chubb is top tier. So you get rid of probably the best player on your team right now. And what are y'all expecting to accomplish this season? Because to me, when you did that, you saying fuck it, bro. Whatever happens, is gonna happen. But fuck this season.
Like, I mean, they're at a point where it's like we're just gonna ride it, like Russ Wilson say, let's ride. Because I mean, let's just be honest, Russ cannot cook this season.
I give you your points on that one. That was a good one.
Like Russ just cannot cook this season. Like watching him, having him as a fantasy quarterback, like he's just not being productive this season. And it hurts to even say that because coming from Seattle, he was good over there. Won went to the Super Bowl a few times, lost
I
it.
tell you what, they don't miss that motherfucking Seattle. I can tell you that.
Oh no, Gino is doing well. He's thriving out there right now.
I mean, not just Gino. I'm talking about all the former teammates. They like, man, fuck that dude. I mean, they ain't saying in those exact words, but that's definitely been the sentiment. Like, man, fuck that dude. We glad he gone.
Yes, man. Russ got to figure this out. I don't know if it's the relationship he got with his girl or he injured. Every
Man, there
loss.
you go. Don't bring CC in this. Don't bring Sierra in this. Don't bring her in this. You know what they gonna say about you, brother.
I mean, it's like Russ. Every loss that they've taken, they try to save Russ by saying he has an injury of some sort, and I'm like, bruh, there's only so much you could protect your quarterback on. Like at this point in the season, nobody's healthy. Not a single player is
Nobody.
healthy unless you don't
Nobody.
play. Everybody's dealing with injuries. Everybody's dealing with something, and for you to keep saving him every week for every loss he's taking is like no. Take accountability, bro. He lost the
Right.
game.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing, man. And like I say, I don't want to see them anymore, but I think they have one or two more
Yep,
games.
they
And
got
I'm
the
just like,
Chiefs on a
man,
Sunday night in like December sometime. Chiefs are
what the
gonna beat
fuck, man?
Chiefs are gonna beat the brakes off of them.
So yeah, but like I said it, before the season started, man, they've been overhyping that fucking AFC West. Oh, this is gonna be the Raiders' year. The Chiefs
Whoa,
lost the
man,
kicker. They're not gonna be it. Now you got Russell Wilson. Now you got the Chargers. Oh, it's gonna be pandemonium. And we're halfway through. Chiefs still number one.
bruh.
So go figure that shit out.
The Raiders were I've never seen so much coverage on the Raiders in my life until Devontae Adams made it over there. But now they have a shit quarterback who cannot throw the ball to his number one receiver in the game. It
Hype.
makes no sense to me.
And
You
the
have
sad thing is, this is probably Josh Jacobs' best season he's had there, but he's doing that because he wants to get fucking paid.
Yeah, he got to get paid. I mean, I had like last year, like the coaching would not run Josh Jacobs. I'm like, y'all sleep on Josh Jacobs. That man could tote that pill and get you a first down when you need it. Derek Carr
Mm-hmm.
acts like he can't throw the ball 20 yards. He doesn't like if you pay attention to the games, he doesn't even look at Devontae a lot of the snaps. And if he does look at him, he's immediately throwing to him. And I'm like, you do realize you have arguably the number one receiver in the game, and he's only having 7 targets. That's ridiculous. Like this past Sunday, he had
And that's your
what 2 to
boy.
3 targets. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta give I don't know if you got the sound effect, but we need a round of applause for the Saints defense for getting that shutout and motherfucking, yeah, yeah. They handled business in the dome. We were able to get Kamara back on track because he didn't have any touchdowns, and he wound up with 3. But the Saints defense, without Lattimore, You know, they were
Handle.
able to handle business. Now,
I'm
I mean, some would say Tay Adams had the flu, he was sick or whatever. But it's like, nah, you
bruh.
can't make that excuse. You strapped up the
I'm
laces
like,
on the sneaks.
they
You
always
came
try to
out
make
there.
an excuse when people play the Saints, and I've been saying this since week one. We have Kamara. When Peyton was around, he would have screenplays just for Kamara. Like, there's no reason we should not be running this offense right now through Kamara because we don't have Thomas or Landry. And Olave's carrying the wide receiver core right now, which he's doing a great
Most
job
definitely.
as.
Most
But
definitely.
like, we shouldn't be in week 8 and Kamara's just getting his first rushing touchdown. Like, that's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, I
Like,
mean, injuries played a part of that, but at the
right?
same, I agree with you that it was I don't know if they were reluctant or just not thinking about it. They didn't involve him in the offense, and that's crazy talk, man. And
They
you
they
know,
didn't, and it was frustrating me. And I'm like, why are we getting to this red zone and we're running Taysom every time? I'm like, I don't understand how the defenses aren't keying on Taysom when he comes in the game and he's back there. They automatically should know he's running the ball because 90% of the time he's running it every play this season, except like maybe one or two. And I'm like,
I mean, he's had a few where it's like, man, that big bastard then got us first downs and everything like that. I mean, yeah, it's telegraphed, but they still had to respect the thing that he'll add that bitch out. Now, I
yeah,
ain't gonna say it's gonna be accurate,
that's
but
what I'm
he
saying.
would
He's
have
not
had that bitch
accurate, but he
out.
he could air it. He's just not accurate. But Taysom does his thing. He gets us plays we need when we need them.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Hopefully Thomas and Juice Landry can come back, man, and that offense can be what it needs to be, man. Instead of it's just we hoping one of these young receivers can step up
You know what I
besides
mean?
Olave. Because availability is the best ability. If you're not able to be out there every week, shit, you can't get shit done consistently.
Like, I
Uh,
mean, like with Michael Thomas, I'm like, bro, you haven't played. Mike T didn't play for what 2 years until this season. Now he's dealing with what turf toe, and it's like, man, we
yeah, I
paying
mean,
you
this is
all
this
this
is gonna be the
money. It's
third
just
year, bro. This is gonna be the third year where it's like we really haven't had the same guy that we had before, and I mean, injuries and time take its toll, but at the same time, it's like you just said, man, we pay that motherfucker all that money, bro.
like she paid Thomas and Kamara around the same time, and I believe Kamara is earning his money while Mike T is just collecting his checks.
No doubt.
Excusing the season he got injured with the ankle the first time.
I mean, yeah, yeah, but yeah. Now get back to the trade talks. Um, I think what the Lions and the Vikings they traded Hawkinson.
I like
To
it.
me, the Lions was like, fuck it. We know we're gonna be shit, so let's just poise ourselves in the best position to get these picks. We're not gonna pay Hawkinson because we got a Klein at QB with Jeff Goff. Hopefully
Man,
this is his last year.
I highly
Um,
doubt it. Like, who's
but
their other option?
shit, they can. Well, I don't even know who's like top QB coming out of college because I
Like
don't trust
Tennessee,
that. I don't trust
Tennessee
that young boy
QB.
out of Alabama, man. Because I'm like, bro, I don't think you got the size. That's gonna be another Tua situation with durability. But
The
yeah,
quarterback from Tennessee, Hooker, he's a good quarterback. I watched him in
I remember
person. That guy, he's mobile. He could throw the ball. He's accurate. I mean, he has 21 touchdowns on the season, one interception,
21. but
2,300 yards. I mean, but yeah, I agree with the Alabama quarterback as well. I don't really know how he will do in the league. I mean, he does well in
right.
college, but there's a bunch of college quarterbacks that come in the league and do nothing. Trevor Lawrence.
Well, I mean, hey man, I ain't ready to give up on Trevor just yet. But at the same time, he on the clock because I mean he did have the Urban Meyer year last year, which was a complete, absolute shit show.
It was.
Um, it's a little bit better this year, but they fucked up. They really fucked up the wide receiver market when they gave Christian Kirk all that damn money. I'm like,
Oof. Yes.
I don't know this guy ever been wide receiver one in my opinion. I'm not saying he's trash, but y'all reset the market for what teams, gonna pay wide receivers by giving him all that money. And I just don't know about Trevor Lawrence because he was another fucking hype job where he was like, this guy's the next Peyton Manning. He knows football. Everybody's gonna want to tank for
And
Trevor. Blah 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 blah. And it's just like he's just another guy, and it's just like,
I mean, I guess we can give him a pass because Jacksonville stinks. I mean, if he goes to another team and he stinks, then it just solidifies. Just it just doesn't work. Some quarterbacks just don't make it in this league. I mean, Jacksonville, they can do better. Like they have a running back. 18 does well. Trevor, I mean, he's a good running quarterback. But I think the receivers, they kind of need help on that side. The O line is very much needed. Defense
you
is
can give me
very.
$1 million right now. I couldn't tell you who's the tight end for Jacksonville Jaguars. I really couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I don't. What is they tight end? Oh, I
I
forgot.
know.
Well, Jacksonville got Calvin Ridley now. I mean,
See,
uh,
I was gonna get to that, but I just still don't understand. Why the fuck are you trading for Calvin Ridley? I know we just said they don't have wide receivers, but you trading for Calvin Ridley, who's been suspended indefinitely, so we know he's not playing this year.
right.
He may or may not get in next year, depending on if Goodell wants to allow it, and he don't fuck up any time between now and then. I get it. Okay, because we put it in the chat and my brother and Sujag was like, man, that's all upside, man. It's a gamble, not much risk. But I'm like, Calvin fucking Ridley?
I
This
mean,
motherfucker out here trying to play these picks like us. The fuck
right.
you doing? Motherfucker,
I,
you get millions in the NFL.
I'm like, bruh, if you gonna do that, you give it to your homeboy. You talk to him in person. You don't talk on the phone. You do it you get him to do that for you, man.
I mean, bro, that's common sense, bro. That's common sense, but
It's very common sense, man.
some dudes just be on some other shit. I'm just like, my nigga, them niggas should have told you, bro, let me do that shit, bro. Like, you getting them M's.
Your circle ain't your friends, dog.
Like, you getting them M's, my guy. Them M's. And you out here fucked off? Come on, bro. Cause like they don't need an excuse to get rid of your ass in this league. But at the same time, the old saying is true: be who you can afford to be. If you good and you hold some value, they'll find a spot for you. But you keep fucking up and you don't perform, your ass is out of there.
Oh yeah, they'll get rid of you in a minute. Like it's nothing.
But I'm just like, y'all could have did that shit in the all season. Cause the thing about it, the Falcons don't fucking throw the ball.
Man, Mariota, man. Oh boy, Mariota. That's a long time. I can go all day about Mariota and these Falcons, man. It's like, man,
Fucking
Mariota
Kyle
went
Pitts,
from
man.
Tennessee and he didn't work out
And the
there.
Raiders.
Yep, and the Raiders didn't work out there. Now he's in Atlanta. I mean, you're not passing to Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, the guy
Waste of
last year that
draft
nobody
pick on that son of a bitch.
like the guy nobody could stop last season at one point. Like they were just feeding him the ball. He was just that dominant. And now now he's like as if he's nobody. He's not performing. It's because
Number 4 overall pick, man.
Mariota is just not looking his way. I mean, looking at his stats, I mean, Mariota's putting an average of 150 yards a game, if
He
that.
he has to be like averaging under 25 attempts a game, bro. And I think I'm probably giving him too many with 25 because they
Yeah,
just don't throw the fucking ball, man. And that shit. I mean, they're getting W's. I'm not saying they're getting a lot, but they are getting W's and they're being competitive. But for my fantasy team, they're fucking over me with the Kyle Pitts play. And it's like, I mean, what the fuck you want me to do? I wasted a pick. I got to play the son of a bitch.
right. I mean, Kyle Pitts. That in my mind, that's a no-brainer draft pick before, like where we're at now. But now it's like, man, I wouldn't even touch Kyle Pitts, man. That guy is like nowhere to be found.
Number 4 overall pick, bro. I just don't get it. But I mean, like I say, for most of the other games upcoming on Sunday, it's really nothing that really ain't that interesting. I know that night game is Tennessee, Kansas City, but I think what's the line on that again? It's like what?
Minus 12.5 KC.
See, I mean that's a fucking blowout, bro. That's a blowout. So they're
But
expecting a blowout.
I mean, if Malik Willis could find his, find his footing. I mean, last week he had a terrible passing. He had 55 passing yards, 1 interception. But I think they went away from passing just because Derrick Henry was so dominant on the run game. 32 carries, 219 yards with 2 touchdowns at that. And it's just like, why throw the ball if Derrick can just ground and pound them the whole game? So I
Right.
mean, this week I highly doubt Henry will be able to run as much. I mean, don't get me wrong, KC doesn't have that great of a run defense, but Malik's gonna have to throw that ball this week because KC could score quick.
Right. They can score quick, and the simple fact that you don't have a passing games, I mean, they're gonna lower that fucking box up. I mean,
Yeah, that's all they got to do.
Yeah. So like I say, it's gonna be a pretty weak Sunday slate.
The Monday
Yeah,
game
not
is
too many.
okay.
Yeah, I'm of course. Well, I'm biased on that, but I do think it's gonna be a good matchup. Lamar, he's that guy. He's gonna get paid. I don't know what the fuck the Ravens are doing, but
Ravens cost themselves millions of dollars for not getting that contract done this offseason.
they really did. And I mean, fuck it, that's on them. Fuck them.
Right.
Shit, fuck them.
Right. That's on
But
them.
yeah, that's pretty much all I got to touch on with football right now.
Right. I say that's pretty much the main sources. I mean, we could easily dive into the NBA. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of things in NBA that are just baffling to me this season. Like the freaking 76ers are very baffling to me.
Fire Doc Rivers today. That motherfucker needs to be fucking fired. Okay? Him and that fucking team are fucking garbage. You got James Harden. You got Joel Embiid. You got great value J. Cole, Tobias Harris. The only shining star to me on that team is motherfucking Maxey. The rest of these niggas that's on that squad is fucking garbage. Because I watched that game last night against the motherfucking Wizards. The motherfucking Wizards, that third quarter, I think they might have missed 1 or 2 shots, and that's because they were the only ones that was contested. Them motherfuckers was getting everything they want. They had Kristaps Porzingis looking like motherfucking Jokic. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking joke out in that bit. I'm like, bruh, y'all really not going to motherfucking contest a shot? You bring in PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker can't go against no 7-3 nigga.
At all.
He ain't gonna do shit but come out there with some fly ass fucking shoes and be looking at the refs like, I didn't touch that guy. I didn't touch that guy. Motherfucker, you got 4 fouls and the third quarter just started. You did touch the motherfucker, PJ. It's because you undersized and this big motherfucking Eastern European motherfucker is cooking your ass. And you know what? You getting cooked because your coach can't fucking coach. Fire fucking Doc Rivers. That motherfucker ain't good for shit. He barely got that championship in Boston, and he been riding on that shit for about 20 years now. Fuck Doc Rivers and fuck the 76ers.
Yep. Them boys are very terrible this year. I mean, Harden is not the Harden we're used to from the Houston Rockets. I mean, like you said,
Motherfucker coming to the stadium with no Grimace outfits on, man. Fuck that fashion shit and play ball, nigga.
Right.
Shit. I don't want to see that shit.
I really didn't understand the PJ Tucker pickup because from the games I watch with PJ Tucker he literally sits in either corner of the side of the court they're on and he waits for the 3, and it makes no sense to me because he rarely makes them.
It makes no sense, bruh. PJ Tucker was the starting center for them last night because Joel Embiid is out with non-COVID illness. Okay, like PJ, you got your chip with the Bucks and everything. You earned it. You worked for it. You played defense on KD and everything. But I mean, you played defense on KD, but KD was still getting his motherfucking points, bruh. So I mean, there's that. But PJ Tucker is not that guy. You're
Nope.
not gonna run your offense through him. We don't need you to fucking be down there getting threes, PJ. We need you on defense, the hype, or whatever. They got shooters, bruh. They got fucking shooters. And it's just
Yes.
like, man, fuck them. I'll never put a play out on them for the rest of the season because 76ers are shit. They're absolute fucking dog shit.
The only time they're good is when Maxey, Harden, and Embiid are all on the same page. That's the only time they're actually good to me. And last time I seen that was the playoffs.
I don't know who Max's representation is, but when this trade deadline come, I'll be telling them, hey man, give me the fuck about this motherfucker. Cause they want to pay all these motherfuckers all this money and I'm the only one really out here hooping. You know what I'm saying? Joel ass stay hurt because you know what? That's another thing. I watched that fucking opening night game
That man
when they
stayed on
played
his
the
back.
Celtics. Stayed on his fucking back, bro. This dude stays on his back trying to get these fucking bullshit calls and be looking at the ref like, oh, you saw he touched me, he hurt me. Oh. Like Joel is a great fucking troll on Twitter or whatever. He's good at that. But this motherfucker stays on his back, falling down too many times, and it's like, bro, you like 7'1", 270 pounds, bruh. Your body should not be taking those extra falls. Like, dude, stop that shit. Like, if
He
you get,
loves the floor, man. He loves
yeah,
it.
if you that guy that you say you want to be and are, you're gonna get the calls, bro. But if you in the ref's face all the fucking time with your shoulders shrugging, your hands out, they gonna be like, here this motherfucker come again, and they not gonna respect that shit, bro. Like it's
Right.
a time and a place for that when you need to advocate for yourself, but not every fucking play, man. Like, god damn, bro. You what was it last year before last? Didn't he lead like the league in free throws and shit? Like, dude, they
Yes, he
see.
stayed at the free throw line, man.
So I mean, shit, bro. Like, cut that shit out. But yeah, they need to fire Doc Rivers ASAP. And I see Brooklyn, they fired Steve Nash, which they should have been done. But
Yep.
the Brooklyn Nets are a mess.
That organization is, like you said, a mess. Like it's like every time I hear about the Nets, it's something not related to basketball. Like it's always like, we're dealing with what Kyrie did, or the coaching situation, or some KD did. It's like it's a different story every time I hear about them, and it's like it's not always basketball related. Like right now, it's all about Kyrie and his point of view on things. But man, the Nets are not gonna go far this year at all. If any, even if they do make a push, they're not gonna get far. They're 2-6 right now. I mean,
I
Not
mean,
Kyrie. KD leading them in points. I mean, Ben Simmons. I'm tired of people protecting that man. It's just like you're fouling out
for
the
real.
first 3 or 4 games with 7 points. I'm tired of people protecting you, man. Like last
Bruh.
year, you got protected. This year, you're not being protected. You need to perform. You get paid to play a game of basketball that you love to do, and you're averaging what? What is he averaging? Like
Shit,
2
what,
points
six
a
and
game?
7 points? I'm
Yeah.
about to say shit.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
averaging 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists a game.
Oh man, he rather worry about wearing fucking short set outfits and cool shades on the fucking bench, want to
Right.
be street clothes junior. But I'm like, man, that Ben Simmons trade, terrible fucking trade. But I'm gonna tell you,
Terrible, man.
they're talking about getting Ime Udoka there. Um, he can only do so much because I believe come All Star break, depending on what that record is, somebody's gonna get gone. And if they don't trade KD, KD
They
gonna
not
have
going.
he's gonna have an injury come up to where he's gonna be like, yeah, I don't think I'm playing the rest of the season because he's gonna be like, fuck this shit. Cause man, like I love Kyrie's game when he's on, but that nigga, man, he be on some fucking other shit, bro. And it's just like,
Kyrie be on a whole different realm of life, man.
I
Like
mean, bro,
listen to him
if you
talk, he
wanna,
be on a whole different level of thinking of his point of view of things. I'm like, man.
I mean, but that's the thing about it. Like, he want to talk and bring up all this other shit, but he can't even fucking clarify what the fuck it is he's saying. That motherfucker is a master in double talk. And it's like, bro, when motherfuckers call you out on it, then you be calling the victim like, oh, well, what, you know, well, fuck, any questions? Any questions? All right, I'm out of here. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm out of here. That's what that motherfucker turn into it. It's like, man, Kyrie, play ball, bro.
that
Like,
like
we
play ball, man.
we don't need to hear the musings of what's going on in your mind. We don't give a fuck. What I need you to fucking do is hit your fucking over for the night and not be bullshitting when you got 0 fucking points and you played 32 minutes. What the fuck is that? You supposed to be that guy. You supposed to be that guy that we know you can be, and you got 0 points in the third quarter. What the fuck?
It's like
That's the shit I'm talking about, bro. Like, come on, bro. Play ball at the end of the day, bro. Because nigga, if you was out here balling and y'all was getting these dubs, motherfuckers really wouldn't give a fuck about what you talking about. But you keep making yourself the center point of all discussions, and you know when the motherfuckers come ask you about this shit, you throwing bricks and hiding your hands.
right. I mean, like last year, Kyrie and KD, when Kyrie did come back, even though he took half the season, majority of the season off, him and KD were wrecking shop for a little while. But this season, it's just not clicking. They're missing some pieces on offense.
Yeah, when is Seth Curry coming back? Because I mean, he was pretty solid for him. I don't know if he's coming off a surgery or he just hurt himself or something, but they need him very bad, very bad.
I mean, Seth Curry. People sleep on Seth Curry. I mean, he was a good asset to the team last year.
Oh, bro, his 3-point percentage, bro, was high as hell. Like that
It was
dude could
up there
get
with his
you.
brother.
Yeah, that dude could get you 15. I say 15 to 16 a night. He could get you that. You know what I'm saying? Especially hell, teams double teaming KD because, like I say, KD gonna be worn the fuck out, bro. KD shouldn't be having to get 37 every fucking night, man. Like, I mean, he could do it, but at the same time,
He
we know
shouldn't
what's
have
gonna
to.
happen when you lean too much on KD. At the end of the year, that motherfucker tired.
Yep, it's a long season,
So
very
yeah, bro,
long season.
they fucking up and they're um and of course, you know, we gotta talk about the Lakers, bro. They
I
beat the
mean,
Pels last night.
man, I can go on about these Pelicans, man. As you know, I'm a LeBron fan, and he's
Right.
in year 20, and I can think of his stats off the dome. He's 25 points, leading the team, averaging 25 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists in year 20. Street closed right behind him with 23, 8, and 2. Now, the stats are good for them too. They need another person to help out. Like Westbrook coming off the bench has been helping them like the past couple of games has been working, but that Patrick Beverly sign and stuff, I it's not working. Like I get he's a good defensive
Not
person,
working.
but
Yeah, it's not working on offense, but it's good on defense. But I mean,
they
with
need
good
offense.
defense, you can't fucking score.
That's my point. Like he's great at defense, but Lakers need offensive scores. Like that's their problem. They need offensive scores. Like LeBron and AD gonna give you 20 points. You can count on them for that. But you need
When you're
some
not in
other
street clothes.
yeah. You need some other help from the younger cats because who Walker last night had 28 points, 9 for 17, 5 for 9 from the 3-point line. Like he's not gonna give you that every night though. That's the problem. Westbrook, 13 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, 6 for 10. That's good stats for him to say he's coming off the bench. I could work with that. We need some shooters. That's their problem. Their 3-point shooting is terrible. I mean, LeBron went 0 for 7 last night from the 3. I mean, they're just not
Let's
good from the
keep
3.
it a buck. LeBron went to that team not to be LeBron all the fucking time. He knows he's in year 20. He knows he shouldn't have to fucking be bringing it every night. Street clothes is the motherfucking problem.
Yes, he is.
The best ability is availability. And this motherfucker stays injured in street clothes. That's why Charles Barkley called that motherfucker street clothes. Every time he on the sideline looking at motherfuckers playing. You know, at a certain point, it's like, dude, you need to get on some TB12 or get that shit Barry Bonds was taking because that motherfucker was never hurt. Okay, you need to get some motherfucking Wolverine juice or something and motherfucking put it in your body to where you stay healthy because that was supposed to be the whole thing with him going to LA was like, yeah, you're gonna have LeBron, he's gonna be consistent until he don't feel like playing here no more. But at the same time, it was an opportunity which you wanted because you was like, I don't feel I get to shine when I'm in New Orleans like that. I think people need to recognize me, this, that, and the other. Okay, motherfucker, you went to motherfucking LA, you got that spotlight on you, and it's on you all the time. Y'all won that Bubba championship. People got a point of contention. They want to put an asterisk about that, but I mean, it don't matter. That's a chip. Y'all won that shit because everybody else had to deal with the same conditions. But at the same time, Anthony Davis, motherfucker, that's been your whole career because when you got traded, I said that motherfucker's a double-edged sword. You get him healthy, he's a top guy in the league. But that motherfucker gonna stay hurt most of the time, and that's exactly what's been happening. So, I mean, bro, unless he can step it up to be like, you know what, I am that guy, I am a top tier player or whatever, he's just gonna be like, he's all right, bro. But the thing about it, man, LeBron is in LA for business. He ain't really there for basketball. Like, yeah, he like doing it. That's what he been known to do it, and everything. But that motherfucker about business because I can't think of a single reason why anybody asked for this motherfucking house party movie that's coming out. Ain't nobody asked for that shit. Ain't nobody asked for that Space Jam remake. Ain't nobody asked for a bunch of
Well,
this shit that he's doing, bro.
I mean, Space Jam. I mean, eventually in time, I think everybody should know that. I mean, their movies recycle themselves. I mean, back in the day, y'all had Michael Jordan as y'all's best player of all time. I mean, this time period at the time, LeBron is the best player at the time. So, I mean, was the movie better than the
Man, but ain't
original?
nobody want
No.
that shit though. Like, okay, dig this. How many times you watch that Space Jam 2?
Once or twice.
I watched it once. That's enough for me for the rest of my life. Fuck that movie. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, it's
You
meant for
get it.
kids. I mean, it's really
I
meant for the
don't give a
kid.
fuck. I don't give a fuck. Shit. If you make some shit, it's shit. But anyway, you made it. Okay, I get it. It's appealing to another generation or whatever. But god damn, man, ain't nobody gonna really, man, care if you made that movie or not. That shit ain't impactful. Like, man, take your ass on. Cause like, okay, another thing, like I'm not hating on him get his money or whatever. What I'm saying is his focus to me is more shifted to on the business side. That's why you got motherfucking LeBron and Maverick in them with they entertainment, the undefeated shit. They doing motherfucking Amazon football Thursday night watch party shit.
I say, isn't that? Yeah, that's today, ain't it?
I don't know if they're gonna start with today or next week or whatever. I don't know, but you got LeBron doing Thursday night watch parties about football while playing basketball.
I mean, man, get tired of playing basketball after 20 years,
Hey man, that's why I'm saying he out there on business.
I mean, you gotta get your money while you're there, bro.
I mean, dude is a billionaire, bro. So, these motherfuckers giving that opportunity, he's going to take it. But what I'm saying is his focus is more on the business. That's why he's in LA. It's like if LeBron don't win a championship, he's good. His shit is solidified. He's going to play this season to get the scoring title from Kareem. And that's going to be there. He's going to get some more records. But to me, LeBron James has given up on winning another championship and he knows it. And I think he's content with that. But what I'm saying is motherfucking street clothes, needs to motherfucking step his game up. And Westbrook, I mean, really at this point in time, the Lakers are just like, we just gonna do this year, pay this nigga and give him the fuck out the books because we know we got a damn near immovable asset. So I mean, it is what it is, you know, and it's been a shit show. They shouldn't have made that trade. You know, it is what it is. But I mean, you know, I don't
It
expect the Lakers to do really shit this year.
Yeah, but I say the Westbrook trade didn't work like they planned on. They planned on a big three, like when he was in Miami with D Wade and Bosh, but it just didn't work. I mean, Westbrook was coming from an environment where offense ran through him. He was getting triple doubles. He had the ball every possession. But when you come and play with LeBron, it's not like that. It's like, we gonna move this ball around. The offense is running through Bron. You got AD in the paint sometimes. So I mean, he was expecting to have triple doubles like he used to, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, but it's just it wasn't like that. Then he started throwing up bricks, and now he's mad at America for calling him out on it, and now he hasn't been the same ever since he's came to LA.
Man, that motherfucker went 0 for 11 and said, I think I did pretty good.
Yeah, that was very wild. I laughed at that guy for that. I'm like, pretty good.
That nigga was wildin', fam.
You didn't make a shot. Pretty good. Pretty good at being trash. I mean, that's the best you gonna get from that, man. You
Well,
wasn't
I mean,
helpful.
and that's on the Lakers too, because you should not be asking Russell Westbrook to be a spot up shooter for your team. His game, his whole career has been brute force physicality.
Yes.
He's gifted and able to move that ball down the court quick. That motherfucker can rise and dunk on your ass, and he can distribute the ball. But I mean, his points. Let's keep it a buck. His points have been because of volume. It has not been because of efficiency. So
Yeah.
you knew that when he was getting there. So it's just like that wasn't gonna be a good fit. But I guess motherfuckers say this shit sound good. Come on, Russ, play with us. You from LA, and you know that shit been a shit show. Now the other team in LA, the Clippers. I mean, they would be good if they could get everybody to fucking play. Because I mean, I saw somebody the other day say that nigga Kawhi Leonard stay hurt or resting or whatever. His family look at him like he working at Amazon factory, the distribution center. They just like he just go to work and come back home and ain't did shit. You know what I'm saying? Work his 12 hours. Like I showed up at the game. I ain't need to play, but I'm back home. It's
I
like, nigga, you
mean,
stay home, nigga.
like he's not traveling to play. He didn't play last night, and he's not gonna play Friday. And it's like, man, I think it's time for you to hang it up, my guy. I really do. I mean, you did well when you was,
Yeah.
in your prime, but
Hey, bruh, that motherfucker ain't gonna hang it up. Let's go to Spo Track and look at his contract. That's why he is not gonna hang it up. I don't want to
yeah.
subscribe to your motherfucking newsletter. Get the fuck out of my face.
I mean,
But you know,
that contract, when about to say a lot of them players, they get them contracts, and even if they hurt, they still getting paid. So what? I mean, he's on a 4-year, $176 million contract. So yeah, who
guarantee.
who's gonna pass that up? Nobody.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This motherfucker ain't even working. This motherfucker contract for this year is 42.4 M's. Okay, next year that shit go to 45 of them things. The year after that, they go to 45 more of them things, bruh. That's why that thing ain't fucking giving it up. But hey, if motherfucker signed the deal, Kawhi like, yeah, y'all go play that regular season. I'm gonna be here till the playoffs start.
Yeah, that's the only time he wants to play is the playoffs. And I'm like, bruh, they hype you up, but you only play in the playoffs. I'm like, man, I can't give you credit for that, bruh.
Paul, you know what to do. Shit.
Paul George gonna be Paul George, man.
He another motherfucker, but at least I see Paul George. Paul George done been there taking them hits. He was hurting everything. He showed up. I'm gonna give him that, bro, because you
Yeah,
know he had one of the most gruesomest fucking injuries I've ever seen when he just snapped his leg basically off his body or whatever. He came back from that, and he's had success, and he's a player and shit. But man, it's fucked up in L.A. Like you
both
say,
teams are
basketball
screwed.
teams fucked, and the football teams are fucked because the Rams are washed. They better be happy with that Super Bowl they got because they ain't getting shit else with staffing.
Nope, not at all.
So, so LA, I think the Rams was y'all last championship. I was gonna say the Dodgers, but that's gonna be the last parade y'all gonna get for some time. So, shit. But
I mean,
yeah, that
other than those three teams, I mean, like who the Utah Jazz have been playing well. The Pelicans have been
they
playing
have been
well.
playing well. Because to me, I thought the Jazz this is gonna be a straight up fuck a year. I mean, you got rid of your two best players. You got a bunch of no names there. I mean, yeah, we know Clarkson, whatever, but you got a new coach, and them motherfuckers have been playing ball. Um, the Bucks, what the Bucks 6-0 or 7-0.
Yep,
Um,
7-0.
the Hawks got a nice squad when they added Dejounte Murray. They've been okay. Um, shit. Trying to think who else. I haven't been watching too many Memphis games, but I mean, I expect them to be there when playoff time come. But I mean, it's still early in the season, man. So
Right, we still in
we'll,
November.
yeah, we'll see. Because most people say the season doesn't really start till after All Star break, which I mean, I agree to a certain extent. But from what this shit starting off as, shit looks bad for motherfucking the Nets and the motherfucking
Yes,
Sixers and fire Doc Rivers. I'm gonna still say that shit because
it's
fuck him.
it's looking terrible. I mean, unless they can make a change in the next month, I just don't see them competing very long or
Right.
very well.
Right.
But yeah, the NBA is
Um,
just up and down. How about that World
man,
Series though?
I was just about to talk about it. The Astros came back hard last night, tied the series 2-2. Man, I think they must have saw that video of Mattress Mac getting buck on the motherfucker and was like, man, we can't let Mattress Mac be out in these streets getting talked too reckless like Philly. We got to show up. And so it's basically, a tied series, best out of three. What they play tonight, they should be
Yeah,
back in H Town, or is it still in Philly?
they in Philly tonight.
Oh, so they must do 2, 3, and then 2. Um, yeah. Um,
About to say, man, this series has been up and down. I mean, before the series even started, people were just expecting the Astros to just come in here and score a bunch of points on Phillies because their pitcher isn't. He's okay. I mean, Astros pitcher isn't the greatest, but I mean they
right.
got W's. But I mean, like
I mean, they got the
yesterday,
hitter. They got the hitters though.
yeah, they do. Like last night, Astros won 5-0. The night before, the
Mm-hmm.
Phillies had 7-0. It's like their games are really based off of whose hitters are hot that night. Like their
Right.
only really good close game were games 1 and 2. Like
Right.
the first game, it went to 10 innings. Phillies won 6-5. Next day, Astros came back and won 5-2. But other than that, it's like which hitters are gonna be hot that night. Because I mean, both pitchers are about what and what with each other. They don't have a big gap between each other. Is just who's gonna hit this ball for a home run, what pitch is gonna come in and be trash tonight. That's how this series is gonna go. I think the Astros will win tonight. It's my guess, but like I said, we'll see who's gonna hit the ball good tonight.
Yeah, I really think the Astros are going to go all out tonight. Just because what the next two games will be in Houston. So if they could steal another one in Philly and go up 3-2, I mean, I think in what most series, whoever goes up 3-2 usually wins. I mean, there are exceptions, but usually it's an indicator if you win this game, you're going to win the series. So I think they're gonna go balls to the wall, man, and try to do everything they can tonight, whether it be bullpen or people hitting where they like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for the big one. But still be a good game. Um, like I say, got a couple of college games tonight. Not really to me gonna be hitting on shit.
Nah,
Um, of course, down here this weekend we got Bama versus LSU.
that's a big
Um,
game.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The way LSU started this season off, I'm like, these boys are gonna be hot garbage. Fire Brian Kelly.
Man, the
But
LSU they're like a train, man. It's like when they're on, but when they are stopped, they are not doing well. Like they're 6-2. They shouldn't have lost their first game, in my opinion. But
correct.
like, I mean, I don't think they'll be that much competition in Alabama. I mean, it depends on how this Alabama's quarterback is going to be. Then LSU defense has been playing well. Stat wise, off on the offense end, all their star players averages are about the same number wise, so it's not a huge difference. But they do have Alabama winning by like 14. They giving them 14.
Yeah. So I mean, I was surprised to see in the college football playoff. I think LSU was ranked number 10. I was like, really?
Yeah, they got
Um,
pushed. They got pushed up. I thought that was
I guess that
wild.
was because of opponents they've played, I guess. But you know, yeah, I I really don't know what to expect with LSU because I remember that fucking Tennessee game. I think you went to that game. That
Yep.
was a complete fucking shit show to watch, and I was
From
just like, this
from
team
the kick
stinks.
from the kickoff. From the
Right? Yeah, dude, fumble
kickoff.
the shit, man. It's just like, what the hell, man.
It just has not
Um,
been good.
yeah. So that's a big game. I think what they have Georgia. Well, Georgia and Tennessee is probably going to
Yep.
be the game of the weekend. So,
And they
that
play
should
at
be a good one.
2:30. They got
Yeah,
Georgia
that's
winning by
crazy.
8 too.
Well, I think most people are saying that Tennessee's defense they don't believe that their defense can hold Georgia's offense back, which is the Tennessee's weakness, I think, because Tennessee on offense look like a well-oiled machine. Like
Yes.
they run basically no huddle or hurry up the whole fucking game. So they pushing the issue with that, and they just know how to get it done on offense. But I mean it's gonna be the one because they ranked the number one. So you got that number one spot. Can you keep it?
Right, that's the
Uh,
question. Because if they lose
yeah,
tonight, I don't think they'll drop as low because they lost to number 3, but they ain't gonna be in top 4. Well,
yeah.
depending on how this weekend goes, because I mean Ohio State should beat their opponent.
Man, I think they get they shit just because of who they name, man, and basically bullying that conference. Because to me, they've had some games where I'm like, man, y'all motherfuckers should be blowing these motherfuckers out, and it usually doesn't happen till like the third or fourth quarter. But for that first half, man, I think anybody can compete with them, man, because they do some shit where I'm just like, I thought y'all was supposed to be them guys.
Man, it's a lot. Like even looking at the standings, like I really do not think Michigan should be number 5 because their schedule is weak. Like their schedule is really, really weak. Their only ranked game this year was Penn State, but they were number
Right.
10, and their only other ranked game will be Illinois and Ohio State in the end of November. But other than that, they've been beating all these teams, and they're just sitting at number 5. And I'm like, bro, their schedule's weak compared to other teams.
Man, and that's another thing. I'm just like, man, Penn State, bro. I think y'all just getting that shit because y'all in the Big Ten. Because to me, they haven't. I've never seen a impressive Penn State game for the past 5 years. To where I'm just like, oh, this team, look out.
Yeah, me either. The Penn, like you said, it's probably because of the conference. I mean, they put up big. They played good against Ohio State, 44-31, even though they lost. But see, when they play against the top top 10 people, they can't hang with them.
Right. But I mean, that's basically it for college, man. I don't really have any more to touch on, because you can't predict college football. It's the wild, wild west where teams you think to win just
Mhm.
fucking don't. Like Oklahoma State last week. They were 1.5 point favorites, which basically comes down to almost a pick 'em, where it's like, you know, no team really has an advantage.
Right.
But they lost to, was it K State or was it TCU? It was one of those purple ass teams. They lost like 39-0, bro. And I was sick because I had them on the play. I went 6-3 last weekend, and they contributed that. Where I'm just like, bro, these dudes were never in the fucking game, and I'm just like, how y'all ranked number 9, and you can't show up like this? Come on,
There's a
dude.
lot of teams that do that. They, like these sports books get them these good spreads, like especially with them big spreads in college football. You'll see like minus 20 some points, or you'll see a money line of minus 10,000 with Alabama games, and then they'll just come in there and not do what they're supposed to do at all. College is really a coin toss. College football is really a coin toss. College basketball, you could kind of figure it out,
Right?
but other than that,
Yeah, man. It's just like, bro, I don't know, man. Some of these teams, man, I'm just like, how y'all get this rating? Who gave you that?
I don't know. I don't know how they determine these dudes' ratings. There's somebody in that office are fans of these teams, in my opinion.
Got to be, man. It's a lot of bias.
A lot of them. There's no reason Michigan should be number 5. I'm just saying. They
I
haven't
agree.
played nobody. But, that's the schedule they were given. So, but what's going to be your weekly picks for the week, or if you have any? I think I have like 2 or 3 that I'm confident in.
Hmm. I don't have one yet. I still want to look at some of the lines. Um, I think I don't know. I really think Tennessee's going to beat Georgia. They just had that thing going on this year, the way like, fuck it, we'll fight anybody, and them being down 8 points, that looks pretty good to me. Um, I had to look at some more, but because it's just crazy, man. Trying to get these games, and I looked at some shit where one player was suspended for the first half, and I'm just like, why? I'm like,
I
you
forgot they
know,
give them suspensions for a half.
man. But this one wasn't even a target, or nothing. It was just like coach's decision or something. I'm like,
Oh,
well, that's lame.
right.
Shit. But I don't have one quite yet.
But okay, so I have a player prop, and I also have a NFL money line that I think will do well. So for my player prop, is actually going to be for the game tonight. I like Miles Sanders over 78.5 rushing yards. And the reason why is because Texans' run defense is hot garbage, especially after last week. Derrick Henry annihilating their defensive line, and Miles Sanders is putting up good rushing numbers these past 4 weeks. So I believe he should be able to get that mark. And I don't believe there'll be a high scoring game because, like you said, they're not trying to get nobody hurt. They're just trying to get this win and get out of there. So,
Yeah, I think it's going to be a run heavy game. Yeah, I definitely would agree with that.
I believe my Sanders should hit that. In my money line pick, I believe the Buccaneers going to beat the Rams this Sunday. Even
Yeah,
though the Buccaneers offense is okay, Brady not really throwing the ball as well as he used to. They're still the better team over the Los Angeles Rams. Matthew Stafford is just not having a great season at all, passing all his passes to Cooper Kupp. Stafford's only thrown 1,700 yards. 686 of them were to Cooper Kupp. But, because if the Bucks handle Cooper Kupp, then Rams don't have nobody else at the moment because he doesn't pass to Allen Robinson like that.
I agree with you. I think it's definitely going to be the Bucks on that one. I would agree with that pick. Because Brady, all you gotta do is say some shit about him that he gonna take offense to it, and he knows they've been looking like dog shit the past 3 weeks now.
Yep.
So I think that's a good pick.
I think those two picks I just call should hit. Unless the Texans defense come in there and act the plum food tonight, which I highly doubt. So those are my picks this week.
Looking at Sanders, man, he's only been under 72 times this season. So
right.
I think he should get that. And I think it's gonna be a run heavy game. But I really believe that because Philly, like I said, Philly's just here to take care of business, and that's it, man. They're gonna, get their shit
and
go by the turkey leg hood, maybe go by Timmy Chan's, get them some chicken wings, some fried rice, and they're gonna dip back to Philly.
Yep.
And that's gonna be that, But okay, that's it for this episode of Give Me My Points. I'd like to thank my co-host Lockable. We did our first episode, and we also want to invite you to like, share, subscribe to the podcast. We're going to keep coming with the content. Also, like I say again, join the Discord. It's the P3 Picks, Plays, and Parlay Discord. It's going to be in the description where you can join us, where we hand out free picks on the daily. Last month we were red hot with 60% hit rate on picks. Plus, we got a great community of guys chatting where we talk about all sports, whether it be tennis, footy. We're going to have the World Cup coming up next month, so I think we're going to have plays with that. Of course, things are going to be getting more competitive with the NFL as the season comes to a close, as well as college football. Plus, next week, college basketball is going to be starting.
Yeah, Monday.
So we're going to have plays on those. And, just come and holler at us, man. Join the Discord. We always got good info. And check back with us next time for the next episode.
Yes, sir.